Good morning everyone and welcome to day 4. I'm starting off inside today, although it might look like I'm outside because of the lovely scenery on the picture behind me. But the reason I'm doing that is because we are doing today, this morning, this, which is called the Woburn Forest Walk, and it's obviously marked in red. Now we are about there on the map. I don't know how well this is coming out, but that's where we are on the map. So we are going to come up here and start here and work our way round, which will then bring us out by the plaza, which is here, where we're going to probably get breakfast in the sports cafe, but of course we have to sit outside with the dogs. Don't know quite how long it's going to take, but it should be good for the exercise to start off, and then we have got a busy day which I'll talk to you about once we start walking, but just thought I'd show you the map before we got going. So we have started the forest walk. As I say, I showed you the map back at the lodge so you know exactly what we're doing. Got James with Azra, Julia with Ralph, and we are off. Some of this beginning bit you might have seen already. Obviously I've been doing this walk every morning. Just pausing for a moment whilst Azra does her business. All sorted and very conveniently by a bin as well. Right, onwards. I seem to be getting tangled up in dogs at the moment. Okay, so yeah, when we get to the end of this road, we do a left, and then it's quite a walk through the park. I think the first bit, from what I can see on the map, is sticking to the road. I suppose it's a bit more of a scenic walk around. Having not done it, I don't know, but so come along with us and you'll experience it at the same time we are. Come on, Ezra, let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go. Now Ralph's sorting himself out as well. Well, at least they're getting it over and done with quick. What do you think of Centre Park so far, James?
Yeah,
good. What's been your favourite bit?
The zip line.
The what?
Zip line.
Okay. We haven't done the what's it called? Segway yet, have we? You might enjoy that more. You never know if you don't fall off.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming on to today, obviously we're doing this now, and then we're going to get some breakfast on the way back at the sports cafe. Treating ourselves to a full English, because I think dinner is going to be some snacks back at the lodge later. We haven't got anything booked yet, because we are doing the Segway safari late morning, and then we've got the pancake house mid-afternoon, and then we've got bowling tonight. Now there was some talk that we might go to Parcs. You can see this deer in front. Can't get much closer than that, can you, to a deer without being inside? And it was quite brave, although Azra and Ralph have both now seen it. Azra, leave it, come on, go on. Azra, come on, let's go. Ralph, let's go. Azra, come on. So we're going to do a left at the top here. When you get here. Morning. Right, you'll go left. 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 Now, it would be good if there was some sort of sign saying the forest walk, because obviously we're winging it a bit because the map wasn't massively clear, but this is a general direction, so I think we'll be alright. So yeah, bowling later, and then there was some talk about going to Parcs again, but it'll be 9 o'clock and I can't remember other than when we went to Egypt last year when we arrived and we had a snack dinner at about 1 o'clock in the morning, ever eating that late. And it's going to be an early start in the morning as well, so I've got to get the car from the car park, then get all packed up, and then we're leaving reasonably early. We'll see how it goes, and then there is a little bonus surprise tomorrow, and I'm saying at the minute because I don't know how much I'll be able to record where we're going and what I'll be able to show you, so I'll let that be a surprise tomorrow. But yeah, so today's pretty busy but reasonably spaced out, so hopefully he'll be alright. In between the pancake house and bowling, might be able to do some tidying up and some packing and whatever. I threw all my stuff in the case this morning, my dirty stuff, so I have made a start. We'll see how we go. So at the end of this road, from what I can see on the map, there is another dog park, but it is tiny in comparison to the one that we've got near us, so we are very lucky to have had that one so close by, and the dogs have loved it. Again, time constraints, but maybe we'll get there later, don't know. But I did a video yesterday of it, which will be coming on at some stage over the next week or so. I'm just doing the entire videos of the days we're here, sort of when we're here, and then other videos that I'm doing are going on sort of after, as and when. But yeah, they'll all be going on sooner rather than later. Even on here, which is the map, you can't even see the forest walk, which is a shame because I think it would be really useful for people. But we are approximately around here, I think, at the moment. So we're going to get to here, which is where the dog park is, and then back round. That's the general area we're going, and then I'll see where we go from there. It is nice seeing other bits of the park, because unless you are walking up here, you wouldn't need to walk up here. Okay, so we've got a dog coming the other way, so there's probably going to be a bit of excitement. So if you hear any noises, you'll know why, and I'll just pause for a second as well. Yeah, I'm quite glad I stopped then for a minute because she was a bit excitable. So this is coming up on the left is the other dog park, as you can see, about the hills I was saying to you about. 7% decline here, So in the winter, you'd like to think they treat all this, because this being new tarmac would be like a skating rink. But you can see what I mean about this dog park. I mean, that's the top there, just there, and then that's the bottom. It's tiny. I think Azra could do her zoomies in there. I think even Ralph could do his zoomies in there. So we're going to bear around to the right, and it's now what appears to be going downhill, which is great. Azra, come on, good girl. These signs here don't have any time on them as to how long it's going to take to get to places, but approximately the village square is just the other side of these over here, so that's not far at all, and the plaza won't be an awful lot further, I wouldn't have thought, from here. But of course we might be making a detour depending on where the route takes us. I'm going to have to look at the map at the same time as talking to you. Yeah, so we do make a detour in a bit, which we'll do in a minute. But yeah, you've got all the different sort of lodges here. And I was saying, you've got these bins conveniently placed everywhere around the park. All sort of the recycling, general waste, glass, everything to help with the environment, which obviously a place like this, that's what they're striving for, isn't it, being back to nature. So we carry on along this road, and then there'll be a turning on the left coming up, which is where we make our detour. I didn't clock exactly what time we left, but I reckon it was about 7:30. So we've been going 15 minutes. There's a lorry coming. Shouldn't be coming up here, but you don't know. No, he's not. It's quite warm this morning, although a little bit of wind. It is quite warm. Straight on. So here we got to come back to the timing. So as I said, the village square 2 minutes from here, and then the plaza and waterfront and other activities all within a sensible walking distance. I think that's where we've got to go later, is the outdoor activity centre, which is 10 minutes from here. So I don't know whether there's a more quicker way of doing it, but we'll see. Okay, let's carry on. Do what? Oh, bring them, James. Okay, so at the bottom here, I think we're doing a left. I'm just confirming that. Yes, it is left. And then we follow it round, and that'll bring us back right round. So I think this is the way to the outdoor activity centre as well, which I believe is where we're coming later, Julia, is that right? Yeah. Hey? Yeah. And this is what I was meaning about some of the lodges. Again, have got more steps than others. Something just to bear in mind. Outdoor activity centre, 8 minutes from here. Obviously all these timings are probably the average. If you're walking quicker, pardon me, if you're walking quicker, you get there quicker. But I would imagine from our lodge there will be a more direct route than this. This is just a scenic route that we're taking. Some dogs on your left in the woods. There was a, oh, there is the pheasant there that Julia pointed out. There it is. We've been very lucky this morning. I woke up and we had 3 deers out on our patio, which I did some videoing of, which you'll see later on in this vlog when it comes out. So now it is the high climb. How many? 10. Getting our fitness in, guys, just for you, just for you. Joggers. little flurry of joggers there. Again, if you follow the route that we're doing, it's a good little exercise, isn't it, Ezra? Good little exercise. Even Ralph isn't being asked to be picked up yet. So as they say, what goes up must come down, and we are now, thank the Lord, on the downhill bit. Just looking at the map again, make sure I know exactly where we are. I think we just continue on now, straight, and then I think we'll know where we are, because the car park will be on our left hand side at some stage. But it's saying off to the left, but that'll be to get to it. There'll be another way of getting to it. Okay, so that is where we're going to be going later, which you'll see a bit more of that later on. But we're going to go this way, which is saying 8 minutes to the plaza, 11 minutes to the waterfront. Oh, sorry. Everyone holding up okay?
Yeah, just Ralph tangling us up.
Ah.
Ralph can't walk in a straight line.
Are you drunk, Ralph?
He's walking in
Are you
circles.
drunk? Yeah. I'm going to try and trip James up, I think. A delayed reaction from Ralph there. He's thinking, well, that's one of the things, I'm actually bigger then. I think from the plaza, from what I've seen on the map, it is a bit more foresty rather than sort of the main sort of roads around the park. I had a quick look before we came out, so hopefully you'll see a little bit more of the natural bit of Centre Parcs as well with on this walk. This looks like the bike park where you come and collect your bikes if you hire them in front. I think wherever you are lodge-wise here, you're close to something, but then you're further away from other things. So I suppose if you're looking at a lodge and you're paying that a little bit extra and choosing where you want to be, then maybe sort of have a look at that and see sort of what things you're going to use the most, but don't necessarily tie yourself to that, because nowhere's a million miles away. Obviously this has been an extended one for the reasons that I've explained about the forest walk, but nowhere is a million miles away, as I've said before, apart from the outdoor activity centre which none of us are looking forward to later from the point of view, but it's not going to be that bad, is it? I reckon 10-15 minute walk, so help to walk off our breakfast. But yeah, that's where you collect the bikes from, I think. Yes, Yes, it is cycle hire. And this is what I was saying about the other side of the car park. Now, I've actually forgotten where we parked the car, but I know Julia, at my request, took a picture of it, so hopefully she's still got it on her phone. I know we were very lucky because we got our car out quickly, unpacked, and then back here we were more up this end, which is not as far to walk. Because when we got here quite early, I think, and we were still quite a way away parked.
A lot of people haven't got it.
Yeah, there is that, I suppose. Yeah, it's a valid point.
Because you can stay and use it for the day.
Yeah, and it was very busy on Monday, and of course Monday would be the people that have done the Friday to Monday. The Friday to Monday, I think, because you can still do that. You can still do Friday to Monday, or thanks, James, or Monday to Friday. So if you're doing the 4-day stint, then probably staying on the Monday is the right thing to do, because then you sort of get 3 full days, depending on what time you arrive on the Friday.
C6 you're parked in.
C6, that's where we parked.
Closer to everything.
Yeah. So not too far, but funnily enough, guys, the way we're going to be coming, which is where those people have just gone, is where I was telling you about on yesterday morning's vlog, where going down is great, coming up is very, very steep, so just bear that in mind if you struggle with your walking. It is a bit more of a steep coming up, which you'll see in a minute, because I haven't videoed this yet. But here we go. And I've actually 14%, gives you an idea. And I've seen people on bikes getting off halfway up here.
You're not allowed to ride your bikes up and down it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Okay, well, there you go. Tomorrow morning, when I'm walking to get the car, I'll do my review. But it's all been great, so you can't really say anything else. But I'll go into it in a bit more detail. Go into it in a bit more detail tomorrow morning. So we're now coming up to the plaza where we're going to be getting breakfast. My watch is saying 27 minutes to here, 1.1 miles. So that gives you an idea of what we've done. Don't know if that's coming out. I think it is. But with the dogs, we've got eat outside, which is not a problem because it's not that bad today. But yeah, we need to bear that in mind. Or you need to bear that in mind if you've got animals. You can go to most places, we found out, but you can only be in the outdoor areas for obvious reasons. So yeah, once we come around the bend, I'll stop recording and then we'll reconvene and we continue the forest walk after we've had a bit to eat. Catch up soon, guys. So we are carrying on the forest walk. Showed you this on yesterday's vlog. Back there. But the forest walk, we're basically going to be going over there, and then we sort of go through the foresty bit from what it says on the map, and that sort of brings us back round to the lodge. One's over there with the cichlids. Go over there. Do what? Okay. Just be aware, James. And they've got two small little dogs. Don't think we're going to get to the forest path before we come across those dogs, annoyingly. Keep going, Azra, this way. Azra, this way, come on. Right, do you want to rein her in, James? Because these dogs are right here now. So where those people are going is where we're going to be going. So here we go, onto the forest walk, bit of the journey. I didn't say anything, James. So just a perspective, that's where we were, to the other side of the lake now. Minding the stingers. Okay, you're alright. I'm alright? Come on, come on. And this will bring us out, and it's where James finished the High Line, I believe. And this is what I thought, this was going to be more of this sort of foresty walk rather than the main roads, which is a bit of a shame, but you're getting the general gist of the park and seeing more of the park, which is good as well. I think Ralph's having great fun digging back there. Maybe he's done some more ablution as well. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Little den in there.
Yeah, should be.
Right and right again.
There's a stop sign. But we were meant to stop.
Okay, we're about to head down this really big hill that's right in front of us. As we're heading down the hill, we're taking the left-hand side turning. So just look out for that. There's a signpost that marks it. As we're coming up to the turning, stick your bum out, slowly speed right down, take it nice and wide, nice and slow. I'll be able to catch it if you overshoot it for whatever reason. Don't worry about it too much. Right, come on.
Go. He's saying go round it. Oh, no, he's saying go left. Oh, okay. I thought he was saying go round. You're able to speed up at all. You're able to speed up at all.
particular sign I need to explain that we're heading left down this road here. There is the swimming pool here. This is actually the busiest road on Village, so just be careful. There's two things in particular I need to go over. One of them is there's lots of zebra crossings. Use your common sense. If they're on a zebra crossing, don't mow them down. Funnily enough, if they're not on a zebra crossing, don't stop and wait for them, because we're going to be there all day waiting for the whole village to cross. It's always a nightmare. Apart from that, there are some speed bumps. They're not ramps, so take them the speed and launch yourself into the swimming pool. Do slow down a little bit for them. More importantly, just bend your knees just as you're going over it, just to absorb the impact. That's going to be important for later. Just make sure you are doing that. So left turn here, just follow behind them. Right, welcome to our off-road area. Any idea what I need to explain with this particular stop sign? Lots of stuff around us here. For example, the trees. Don't crash into the trees, always helps. Hazard areas are marked out in red. So at the bottom of the tree roots mostly, so where they're marked out, also some of these tree roots on the bottom. For these types of stuff, try and avoid it if you can. If not, it's all good. Just bend your knees a little bit just as we're going over it, just like we did with the speed bumps. Yeah, just be careful. Just be careful. Be spatially aware of these surroundings. We're going to head up here onto our figure 8 circuit. I'm going to leave you to do some laps on that for a bit. And then when I'm ready, we'll open the gate at the top and we're going to go into our obstacle course area. Is everyone comfortable? Cool. Just be careful you don't turn too sharply around the base of the trees. There tends to be tree roots around the bottom that you don't see when you go around the blind corners. So just be careful, take them nice and wide. Follow obstacle course. As the name implies, there's a number of obstacles on the course. If you don't want to do them, you don't have to. There's normally a route you can bypass it with. And also, only one person at a time on an obstacle. Right, what's going to happen here, you're going to follow behind me. I'm going to point out any hazards along the way and just show you the route we're going to go. Follow behind me. First one here is the rubbly strip. Okay, I've stopped us here because this is where I'm getting 90% of my accidents on segways at the moment. So just be really careful on this corner. That's because this tree, there's 3 tree roots that are coming out of it. 1, 2 and 3 round the side. The third one in particular is the one that tends to catch people out. Just take it nice and wide, just avoid the tree roots. Be really careful on this one. Pretty tricky. Left tyre, right tyre. You're going to lean left to stay on this one. Lean right to stay on this one. The dismount between the two is the tricky one. Circuit. We've got time for 3 laps or so. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
This last lap, can I go in front of you? Can I go in front of you on this last lap? Huh? Okay.
again one more time. Right, how'd everyone find that? Really good. Everyone managed to do the offset balance beams there, the tough ones really. Right, what we're going to do next is we're going to head back down to the stop sign where we were before. I'm going to raise your speed limits. So head back down the bottom, I'll be with you guys in just a sec.
Which way do I go?
Just by the structure. Either way is fine.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I don't know. Right. First of all, this is an opportunity for a group photo. If you've got a phone you want to take a picture of you, if anyone wants that. If you want to arrange yourself however you want. Just be careful of your tyres, guys. That's the other 10% of accidents come from. You want to move along. Alright. Okay, let's say Segway.
Segway. Nice one.
Thank you. That's okay.
Segway.
Right, so we're going to raise the speed limits, so step up. So yeah, find a spot for it as a getaway. Find a spot for yourself, step off. On the inside right of your Segway is a number. So yeah, step off the Segways first, look at the number on the inside right, and make a note of it. Who is number 7?
Me.
Excellent.
Let me hold yours. Let me hold it.
Is number 14. I have to do it individually, which is unfortunate. I don't have a master. 29. Yes. I have had to use it that way before, unfortunately. I have had people try and run away from it. I don't know what they think, because my segment can go faster anyway. So, 12. And your speed of the mode 2.
Yeah.
Okay, all good. Right, step back on when you're ready. Just be mindful, the sensitivity will have increased. You won't need to turn it as far, you won't need to lean into it as far to get it to go anymore. Just be mindful of that. This is now 8, yes. Right, whenever you're ready, follow me. Okay, let's do Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can come overtake me next. What I want
Yeah.
you to do, we're running a bit late, so we're going to take the path through. Follow the curvature of the road as it comes to the right, and we're going to go up the really big hill that we went down initially. Do you remember
Okay.
that? So straight ahead, follow the road as it curves to the right hand side, and then just going up the big hill and then find your way back to where we
Yeah.
started.
All right. Was it this way? Oh, straight on. He's saying straight on.
okay, I don't need to explain much at this particular point. It's really just because we're right next to a kiddie session. It tends to finish around now. They run straight out of the gate. They don't look where they're going, so no bonus points for hitting the kids. Basically Segway. This is your yeah, pick a spot, grab the news wire, guys, and we're just going to plug it into the base of your Segway for me.
And then obviously one thing is
So good. Once you've done that, feel free to take your high vis, put it in the bread bucket, helmet's back on the rack for me.